Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you guys are having a great night. I just realized that I took my rings off. I don't know. I always notice something, when I come on live that I don't have, but that's okay. I probably put them away, but I just didn't take off any of my other jewelry. That's just weird. But welcome to tonight's live. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name's Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. You can call me either or. And welcome to the channel. We do talk true crime, like I said, daily here. So if that's something that you're into, you like to get down with the true crime like we do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you guys don't mind taking a second and hitting the like button, I know I ask you before I give you any content, but that's what YouTube likes. They like us to get the videos out into the algorithm. And we like it too. We like it too. So welcome in. I only have one co-host tonight. Her name's Mia. She's back there sleeping it away. So who's all in the chat? Who do we have here tonight? Who do we have in here? Let's see. And it is October the 6th. I'm going to say it every day. This month's going by fast. It's going by so fast. So fast. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Mary Beth. How you doing, Mary Beth? We missed you last night. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sailor. Welcome in, Lenora. It's good to see you guys. Oh, I always feel like I go past everyone so fast. I just saw there was a birthday, and it's Lenora's birthday coming up. Let me see. I saw there was a birthday, and then I think I passed it. Oh, there it is. Tomorrow's your 60th. That's a big one, Lenora. That's a big birthday. Are you doing anything fun for it? Do you have anything planned? I could tell you a funny story about when my mom turned 60. My mom, I tell you guys all the time, she was a saint on earth. Like, I mean, really, she was. She was an angel from above. And she did not want to turn 60. Like she wasn't like that for her 40th. She wasn't like that for her 50th. But for her 60th, no way. She didn't want the sun to go down. I mean, like at all. She was dancing. Yeah. We had some drinks. It was like midnight and I was falling asleep. I fell asleep, I think, for a minute. And then she woke me up, of course. She woke me up. She had me up until 6 o'clock in the morning. My mother. If you all knew her, you'd be like, no way. I mean, my mom never stayed up that late. I don't think she ever did. I think that was like the first time ever in her whole life. Like, I think she told me that. So if you don't have any plans, you can always booze it like my mom did. She had fun though. It was me and her and one of my guy friends. And one of my guy friends is like such a hippie and she wanted to dance and just let loose. She just didn't want to turn 60. I think that was like, she thought that was, I don't know. I don't know what she thought that was going to do. Cause like, when she woke up the next morning, she was singing. She was singing a song about drinking again. It was like an old 70s song. I cannot think of it for the life of me, but if I do, I'll let you guys know. Hey, Pooh Bear. Hey, Catherine. So yeah, that's my mom's funny story about her turning 60. She went pretty hard in the paint. Like I fell asleep. I woke up. I had a hangover. I was like, what did you do to me? And she was laughing because I mean, me and my mom never drank like that together, Hey, Faith. How old was I? I was in my mid-20s. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. I think I forgot to. I did, but it's right there to pin the message at the top. Sometimes I forget to do that. Faith said, I always start strong and chat and then get busy. That sounds like me. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Shauna. Yeah, if I'm ever in a chat and I pop in, I say something, and then if you say something and I don't reply back to you guys, I'm definitely not ignoring you. I probably just left the chat, like, because that's what I do. Hey, Glowbug, how you been doing? Hey, Citizen Sleuth. Dinner time in your area. What time is it? It's 9:30 here almost. Hey, Drew. I was going to say Drew, Andrew, Dustin. That could be a new name. No, really? Wow. I haven't been I have been following it, but I haven't been following it like some. Is it that small of a town, Dustin? I would like to go over that. I mean, we could always look it up. It's what I name this? True crime case updates. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Mike. Hey, Aries. They've announced that they're preparing for what could be the largest evacuation since Irma. Really? In 2017. Wow. Okay, well, everyone needs to make sure that if you live in Florida, I don't care if you're not around the freaking tropical storm, you leave. DM, looking at you. I'm looking at you, DM. I just want everyone to be safe, you know? Oh my gosh, I hope everyone's safe. Hey, Fred. How you doing? How you doing? It's been a while, like, since I went through the chat this slow. I'm liking it. I'm trying to see everyone's comments. I swear, every time I come in here, my legs itch. I think it's this chair. It's like netted. It's really weird. Lenora, I'll be eating edible cookies. My mom couldn't do the marijuana at all. But we did cook. Man, my mom was a saint. She did let me I tried to cook like my own cookies one time. They were horrible. And she ate one, but it didn't do anything to her because it was just terrible. So happy birthday and happy birthday to pancakes. She said, welcome to the 60s. I bet the 60s are fun. I bet they are. I hope I have enough energy in the 60s. My energy level goes down. Extreme Lawn said TitaniumBuilt follow that Judge Sheriff case. It looked like it was good because, well, at first I thought, okay, it was just, I thought that it wasn't going to I don't know why I didn't think it would come to anything. I mean, a sheriff shot a judge, for gosh sakes, but I don't know why I didn't think so. Yes, my great uncle, Bad John Wright, was the last person that shot a person. Wow, Whitesburg, Kentucky courthouse. We're gonna have to look into that and have you on panel, Dustin. 120 years ago? Wow. That's crazy. Hey, Diane. You're not late, actually. We're just going through names. That's insanity. You got family in Florida too? And they're going to the middle of the state? I have a, you know what? I'm just gonna, I don't even know if I have their number. That's so sad, like my own aunt and uncle. Okay, if I get on the Facebook, you'll always find them. Okay, there she is. I'm just going to say, are you guys okay? I saw all the bad weather. Okay. If I don't do it now and I say I do it after live, I won't. And that's important, family is important. See, good evening from Fort Myers, Florida. If that doesn't tell me that I shouldn't have just texted my aunt right then nothing will, because I fly into Fort Myers when I go to see my aunt and uncle in Port Charlotte. So, and I literally, Proud Mimi didn't see that comment before. I just texted them and was like, are you okay? How's Fort Myers? How are you guys doing after everything? Yeah, I hope everybody stays safe. I like, is it Sarasota? Might have been Sarasota that I liked. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. I was trying not to miss anybody, and I know I probably did, so if I did, I'm sorry. Hey, Miss Stevie Golden. Welcome on in. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Voices Behind the Shed. Harley Riders in here. Hello, hello. Okay. Hey, Dreamcatcher. Okay, just raining. Good so far. Just raining. Okay. That makes me feel good. I'll turn my volume up too, because I don't ever check on Facebook. I don't get on there. It's depressing. I don't know if you guys ever get on there, but I don't. Hey, Krissa. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. We're pretty nice here in this chat. We're all right. We're all right. No, we do have the best chat here. Spitfire said, we have family in Florida. They can't evacuate because just had cancer surgery, so they're going to stay at hospital. Oh, that's sad. I just was thinking about people being in hospitals earlier today. Like, what do you do if you're in the intensive care unit? Like, I was in the intensive care unit. I don't see them I don't know how they would have evacuated us all. We live in Ohio, but we had storms up here, and they were nothing compared to anything that anyone else got. But it was windy and it was rainy and it was weird because we don't really get wind and rain, so it was a little weird. But tonight we're going to talk about like multiple cases that cases that we've been covering on the channel that we haven't really had a chance to kind of go back and look at. If there's any that I don't go over and you are like, why didn't she go over that? Let me know. It might be because I'm planning a larger live, for that. So, like Sarah Boone, she goes to court tomorrow. Bum, bum, bum. I forgot it was the 6th. I need to look up my dates. Or no, she's 7th. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure is. Did you miss anything over the past 4 days? Judy, you missed it all. No, I don't think you missed anything. The last 2 days have been pretty quiet, actually, on YouTube. Wow. I forgot all. And then, oh, man. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. Why is this guy talking already? I was going to pull something up and I'm like, wait, he's already like talking before I even asked him to. So first case we're going to cover, and let me actually pull up picture. That would be better. So let's pull up a picture first. We're going to talk about Mamta Caffel Bat. Mamta was last seen in July, the end of July, on the 27th, and she is married to Nareesh Bat. They have a 1-year-old daughter, Nima, together. She went missing after, and she was reported missing after, not actually reported. So let me start this back. Let me go back a little bit because I want to be correct. She didn't show up for work. So her work alerted the police and asked the police if they would go to her home and do a welfare check. This was July the 27th was the last time she was seen. And this was August the 2nd when they went to her home for the wellness check. So when they go to her home, her husband answers the door, Nareesh Bat, and they ask, is she home? He says, no, she's with family here, family there, although she has no family in this country. They leave thinking, he didn't want to report her missing or anything. So they leave. By the 5th, he decides he wants to report her missing. From the first time he was interviewed, it was like all about him. The person that is feeling the worst right now is me, or something along those lines. He said, he's having the most difficult time. We knew something was wrong. Police did a search warrant of the home and found BLOD everywhere. They did an investigation and they had surmised that she was dismembered in their home and then taken around and thrown and dispersed outside of the home. So they are looking at his, Tesla, because it has, cameras in it and GPS, and they've been looking at his cell phone to try to figure out kind of like where he went, and they've been searching those places. So we've been seeing a lot of like aerial, views. We'll see a lot of like drone kind of like looking footage or aerial, and it's of them going and searching these certain spots. So this is Mamta here. Grab my drink. Hey, Granny. Welcome on in, everybody. Hey, Richard. It's good to see you, Night Star. Good to see everybody. Okay. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, so pretty. So young. So we're going to, didn't mean to do that. This is Nareesh. one beside her. Let me do these pictures. Let me show you these pictures in case you guys forgot anything. This is their home in Manassas Park. They had a family living in their basement. Now, I still don't know the story behind that because they haven't said anything about it. But nobody even knew about this family for like days until one day a car just pulls up in the damn driveway. And they were happened to go back to serve a search warrant. Who are you? Who are you? You know, I mean, I don't know. He finally changed his shirt and all of his interviews. He had the same shirt on. I don't know why he wouldn't change. He just wouldn't. How do I exit? Okay. How do I get out of here? So we'll read through here and then we'll go over his court docket. It says Commonwealth fights to keep Naresh Bhatt jailed in Manassas Park mom's disappearance case. So I'm going to run this down to you guys real quick. So Naresh Bhatt, he decided he doesn't want to waive a speedy. He wants a speedy trial. That's a smart move by his lawyer. He's going to pull a Diana Kojikari on us. He's going to get his speedy trial and he's going to pray, right? Pray. They don't have any evidence and pray. They don't find her remains and that he's going to be able to serve out his crappy little 1 year or whatever it'll be for the concealment of a body. And then he can fly back to Nepal where he's from and he could just be no longer over here. Now, I don't know about their extradition treaty. I know in Madalena's case with Diana Kojikari, there is no extradition treaty. So I don't know how we're going to get her back over here. Maybe she'll marry another mail order. Maybe she'll do another mail order bride deal. You know, wouldn't put it past her. We could get lucky. As the public defender for the Manassas Park man accused in his wife's disappearance works to squash his arrest warrant, prosecutors are working to keep him behind bars. Naresh Bhatt, 37, is charged with concealing his wife, Mamta Kafalbhatt's body, which still has not been found. Mamta, 28, hasn't been seen since late July and is presumed dead by police and prosecutors. But Naresh's defense argues that she could still be missing. No, she can't. We saw the amount of red stuff that was in that drain and in that bathroom. And no, she didn't. She didn't survive that. If investigators are saying she didn't survive it, I'm not going to believe the defense attorney. You know, I'm not. Unless they can show me some proof. On Tuesday, prosecutors filed a response opposing the defendant's motion to squash Naresh arrest warrant on the grounds the warrant was obtained using false statements. The defense's argument centers on a written line in the criminal complaint of evidence. The body was dragged out of the residence. It did say that. But police later stated in a letter to the Commonwealth's attorney that evidence only supports the body had been dragged inside. They did say outside, though. I remember that. You guys better have your crap together. I swear, if he walks, my head's gonna fly off my shoulders. In the filing, the Commonwealth argues search warrant affidavits, such as the criminal complaints, are normally drafted by non-lawyers in the midst and haste of a criminal investigation, and therefore must be interpreted in a common sense manner. But I mean, how are people supposed to know if it was inside or outside? They did say outside, because I remember saying like multiple times, how did these people that lived with them in the basement like not see it? You know, like just not see it anywhere. So it makes more sense that it was just dragged inside of the home, like upstairs where they wouldn't see it. In the filing, the Commonwealth argues search warrant. I already read that. Sorry. The defense motion filed September 20th states the magistrate signing off on the August 22nd arrest warrant asked the detective to include details about the body being moved from the house. The criminal complaint has a written line following a typed out description of the events, adding there was evidence in the residence indicating the body was inside the residence and dragged out of the residence. The motion points to Manassas Park Police Department Captain Stephen Loving's September 4th letter to the Commonwealth's attorney stating the detective wrote that in a rush and admitted she may have used the wrong words. She assumed since the body had been dragged inside the house, it must have also been dragged outside of the house, out of the house. That makes sense. Okay. Loving states in the letter, adding, when he asked for evidence supporting she was dragged out of the house, the detective acknowledged that she could only prove the body was not in the house, but had been dragged from one room to another room within the house. My humble opinion, it was the bedroom to the bathroom. Like it was in the bedroom, like the bathroom was an ensuite or whatever. That's what I think. You dreaming? She was whistling. Nourish is set to appear in court on October 10th for a motions hearing. Oh, so I guess they changed that because it was the 8th. I have a couple whiteboards up here that I can write the dates on in a calendar, but I never use the calendar. It's clear and it's terrible. Whoever designed clear calendars. Yeah. I didn't put it on a dark wall. So it doesn't, you can see through it. So the marker doesn't show as well. So I just need to put a piece of something dark behind it. Oh, so let me make sure that, okay. It's this one. This came out yesterday. Oops. So the officer that is in charge of this, the captain, I don't know if he's a captain. I think he's a captain or chief. Hopefully he'll say, because I hate getting them wrong. But he's saying that there's more evidence in this case than what I guess apparently we've been shown. So I thought we would watch this short video about it. It came out the 4th. Oh, let me share this with you first. That might help. Let me make sure that, okay, yep. And we have volume. Thanks, Mary Beth. Everybody hit the like. Hey, Anya Edler. Poor sweet man. I know. I want to know. Okay, so there's surveillance video outside of her work on the 27th, and she's outside waiting on a Lyft or an Uber. And instead of taking that Lyft or Uber, she cancels it. But I guess she's picked up on camera getting into a dark sedan. And I want to know who that was. Maybe it was just a girlfriend taking her home. Maybe they're going to have a talk and that she didn't want Narish to, find out. But I'm just curious. Just curious. I didn't see that, Cheryl. Wow. Baby survive. Oh, I love a good survival story though. I hope that baby is okay, and I hope the baby comes back stronger than ever. And I hope that grandmother, that's the only thing that she ever sees in her when she closes her eyes, because that's disgusting. Can you imagine? Who would hurt a criminals are dumb though. They always end up telling themselves somehow. I mean, Narish back. Why do people keep going to Walmart? Y'all, if you're going to commit a crime, don't go to Walmart. Okay, just get Walmart out of your head. Don't go there. They've got the best surveillance system. I mean, it would be like breaking into the White House. It seems like. Do you know? They really do. They get you the self-checkout and everything. But thank you for being here. I'm going to play this. Hopefully it's not too, I'm going to turn it down a little bit so it's not too loud. And I'll turn it up slowly.
9 News at 11, and we start tonight with a story you will not see anywhere else. Thank you for staying up with us. I'm Lorenzo Hall. Tonight, we're getting brand new details about the search for Manta Koppelbot. The young nurse and mother has been missing from Manassas Park since late July. Our Katie Lusso has been helping lead our coverage of Manta's story since then. And tonight, Katie, the police chief, only spoke with you about this search. Are they any closer to
Police
finding
chief.
Manta?
Well, tonight he told me that they continue to get tips and leads, and what they've been doing is lining up those leads with the data they're getting back from things like Naresh's phone and car, and that's how they're deciding where they should search next. It's a conversation you will only see here on WUSA 9. This was Manta Koffelbot's last post on social media, the date July 28th. It's also the last day anyone other than her husband, Naresh Bhatt, heard from her. He told WUSA 9 he last saw her on the 31st.
In the evening of the Wednesday, we were here and then we ate together.
During a welfare check on August 2nd, he told police she had gone to Texas or New York.
New York or Texas.
Since then, Naresh Bhatt has been arrested and charged with concealing a dead body.
I don't believe she's.
That right there, if I was an officer, it would have raised every alarm bell. What do you mean, Texas or New York? They ain't even near each other. And that's your wife.
Alive. I know there's some people out there on social media saying that she is, but I don't believe she's alive at this point. There's no evidence that proves that she is.
Manassas Park Police Chief Mario Lugo says his department has been working nonstop on this case.
Searches, we've done over 10. We've done grid searches. We've done searches with canines, search warrants and subpoenas and stuff. I think we're pushing approximately 30 already that we have. Search warrants of the house, obviously, data from the car, financial records from banking institutions, phone records, and stuff like that for GPS.
He pointed out that where they haven't searched yet are any bodies of water.
Tips we received, they believe that she's in a body of water. You know, just some statements made by Naresh and stuff in the past.
Look near Loudon. Okay, he went to the Loudon Walmart to buy cleaning supplies, right? The day after the day that they said she was unalived on August the 1st, I believe. And this would have been like August the 2nd that he was there. Or the 30th or 31st. I'll double check. But the next day he was in this town called Loudon, and he was at the Walmart there. And that's where her phone last pinged. So maybe it went into water. Like, that's what I've always thought, but I don't know. Because they said that they think he might have dismembered her and then maybe threw her in trash receptacles. But maybe not all of it.
I think, when we look at some of these records and GPS records and stuff, knowing that, we kind of look at those areas to see if that's an area that he possibly visited.
On Thursday, Naresh Bhatt is expected back in court. His attorney has called for the arrest warrant to be thrown out, citing that detectives made false statements when they wrote that a body was dragged out of the home, despite only having evidence that a body was dragged inside the house. Chief Lugo says the case is strong.
The nature of how this body was removed from the house, I think, is what the defense is really pushing us on right now. But that's just one piece of evidence that there's more to this case than just that.
Yeah, all right, Katie. So we know he says there's still a lot of evidence in this case, but Manta is still technically considered missing. Did the chief say anything about any future searches planned?
Well, he told me tonight they are planning another search, and that'll happen in the next couple of weeks. He wouldn't say where, but said it will be outside of Manassas Park. Now, we know the community is very invested in this case. We've covered several searches that Manta's friends have organized on their own in the week since her disappearance. But when it comes to these specific searches that are being organized by police for evidence, I asked the chief if community involvement is something that helps or hurts. He said this.
I've always been straightforward with the public to say, if, hey, I need your help to search an area, I'm going to ask, so, and that hasn't come, that opportunity hasn't presented itself yet, but it's still there. I know that I would have a lot of people willing to help if that was the case.
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to manage all of this and not have the public interfere with any of it at all.
But still appreciates them.
Yeah. All right, Katie, thank you.
Yeah, that when he tried to end his he went out and he said a few things about Manta, like it was a press conference, it was at night. I had never seen anything like it. He walked out, so he walked away to leave, and normally after that, the Chiefs are done. They're done, but someone was like, do you think that Naresh is a suspect? And he turned around and was like, yeah. Like walked back over to the podium and was like, yeah, I do. And I was like really surprised. Hey, you two bad actors. I was really surprised he did that, you know? Like, because he didn't have to give us that, but he did. And that really vindicated it for us because when we saw the interview with Narish, I mean, a couple of you might have probably said it in the chat. I was trying not to say anything because I was like, man, you know, he might just be really just a gross, icky person. But no, he's not. He's more. He's more than that. But he did get charged with concealment of a body. I mean, it's not a murder charge. I think we looked it up before. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so it says a class 6 felony. Okay, well, class 6 felony then. Look at that right there. Came up. It's the least severe type of felony and is considered a wobbler crime. I don't know what that means. It's a crime that could be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony. Like it's that low. It involves, well, this should be higher. Animal cruelty. Aggravated, you know, assault, reckless endangerment, larcenies. Here we go. Felony is 1 to 5 years and a fine up to $2,500. And it says, however, a judge or jury can downgrade a class 6 felony to a misdemeanor after a trial. They won't do that. They better not. I will scream. Hey, Dark Willow. I'm throwing the times around all over the place though, you know. I think I'm going to. I'm debating on it. It's opening statements, so I feel like we should. Do I have to do anything tomorrow? I don't think I have anything to do. No, I don't have anything to do. I'll actually pull it up here too. You guys are so good in chat. Really? That's sad. Okay. So these are all of his, he has everything pretty much like kind of his dates are set because he's going to trial. He wants a speedy trial. And that's his right. I mean, technically it's his right. That's why finding Mamta is really, really, really important. I do feel like though they can go on with a trial without her remains. Will it be a little harder? Yeah, I think it will. But I don't think it would be that much harder. Especially when you break down one thing. Her daughter turning 1 year old. She turned 1 year like 3 weeks after she went missing. There would be no mother in the world that loved their kid as much as Mamta loved her daughter to where she wouldn't be there. She would be there. So they would be able to do like things like that, you know, circumstantial, yes. But if you put all the circumstances together and they have a lot of them, the totality of the circumstances, then maybe that'll sway a jury. So what's the date again? The 6th. So he goes back 10-10. All right, 10-8. I was right. All withdrawn. They withdrew it. So 10-10 pre-trial. 11-20 will be pre-trial. 12-9 will be arraignment. 12-9 will be jury trial. So they're going to start it on the 9th of December. So 2 months. It's not even a murder charge. No. Wouldn't be able to put anything like that on him. They'd have to try to, they'd have to try to charge him with murder, or at least I guess it would be second degree. Well, no. It could be first because he went to the store, he went to the Walmart before, obviously before he unalived her, and he bought the steak knives that was used to unalive her. It is kind of circumstantial because, they bought a set of 3. He bought a set of 3-pack, and then there was like 2 left in the sink. So, I mean, it's like you could suffice to say circumstantially, but that the other one was used to unalive her. But yeah, let's see if there's anything down here. I don't think there is. No. Now, do we think, raise your hands, if he's going to use his military background to try to get out of something? I'm raising my hand. I'm going to. I could just feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones. Because, I mean, he tried to pull one over with his military buddies. The guy that was speaking up for him, was his name Adrian or something like that? Adrian, it was like a guy that was an acquaintance of his. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. Moving on to the next case. Look at this sweet little face. Look at this sweet face. Our little Elijah Vu. What happened to the chat? Something happened on your side? Maybe you need a refresh or something. And everyone, remember to put it on all messages. I just did because I forgot. He is evil for doing that, Samantha. I mean, what did he think was going to happen? No, I'll tell you, I already know. He thought no one would care. No one would look for Mamta. That's what he thought. And he thought wrong. He thought so wrong. And I bet he's kicking himself in the butt for it right now to this day. Hope he is. I don't know what she ever saw in him. I know it was an arranged marriage. I don't know if it was arranged by them or by their parents, but whoever arranged that crap, I would like to talk to them. Okay. I was like, well, no, sometimes StreamYard's been doing some funky stuff. Okay, this one will be, and then we're going to go to not a kid's case after this one. I was like, oh, but it'll be probably like 20 minutes. There's a little video I wanted to show you guys. So we'll read through this, and then we'll go over the case detail, see when they go to court next, Katrina and, Jesse Vang. And then we'll go over this little article that I found. It's like just a couple sentences, but it's just, I don't know. It was very weird to me. And then Two Rivers Police, they gave an update on Elijah Vu's case. And that was back on October the 3rd. And it's like an 11-minute interview. So if you don't know about Elijah Vu's case, you'll find out through out us reading. But basically, he was a baby, 3 years old, was reported missing the beginning of last year. And his mother had sent him to her boyfriend's house a couple hours away to be punished, to become more of a man and to learn respect and learn how to be a man at age 3. I mean, because that's when you should become a man. He would punish him in, extremely horrific ways. He wouldn't feed him. He would like bottle feed him at 3. He wasn't potty trained. He wouldn't change his diaper. Some horrific things happened. This little boy went missing for months. Just found about a month, maybe a month or so ago. And it's sad. It's a sad case, but I'm going to see it through because I want this mother and her so-called boyfriend, that coward, I want them to be in prison for the rest of their lives. Because this little boy didn't deserve that. This is the first picture I saw of him. And like I came on the channel that night and I talked about him. And we didn't I think I read an article. And that was like the only thing that was out at the time. I was like, this little boy is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. Two Rivers Police Chief says there's been a sense of closure since the remains of Elijah Vu were found. I don't see it, but okay. Police Chief Ben Menner made those comments during his appearance on Be My Guest program this morning, October 4th. He says that there is now closure for his department, the family, and the community. He also can't believe how far this case has reached, in some cases on a nationwide scale. Yeah. He says, while he understands the public wants answers, law enforcement needs to find what happened to the toddler. Yeah, you do. That's the answers that I need. What do you mean? This is an investigation, that an investigation is of the utmost importance to us, so we're not going to take that lightly. So we'll be thorough, and when we have something, we will let the public know. That's all I ask. Elijah's remains were found off Christie Bob Lane and Manitou Drive in the town of Two Rivers last month. It was literally like 7 minutes from Jesse Vang's house. I mapped it out for us. Two Rivers police confirmed the remains during a press conference on September 13th. That officer said during that conference that any new information will be coming from the Wisconsin Department of Investigation and the Manitowoc County DA's office. No new charges have been filed in the case. I've been looking every day. I want to know why. Do we need to write a letter? Let's see if they give us an answer really quick, and then I will be writing a letter. They confirmed the remains September 13th. Okay, we're almost a month out. Why are they not charged? No new charges. However, Elijah's mother, Katrina Barr, and his caretaker, and his punisher, Jesse Vang, are facing chronic child neglect charges for incidents that happened before the toddler went missing. Barr is due in court later this month. Vang will be back in court in November. I hate these two people. I really do. Like, why are we not charging these people? Still haven't. Her next court date is 10/22. I don't know if I wrote that down. So we're going to make sure we have it. Because I like the judge in this case a lot. I don't know if you've been around when we've watched some of the court hearings for this case, but he's a no-nonsense kind of guy. Robert D. Wayne is his name, I guess. Or is that court? That's a court official. I think that's who that is, maybe. I thought his name was something else. But maybe not. But yeah, he's very no-nonsense kind of person, so I like that. Now, let's go. What? I don't know why that went. Okay, this is him right here. Wait, what did that say? I thought it said something weird there. Okay, never mind. Chronic neglect of a child. She has the other two obstruction charges because she lied to cops. He has attorneys, it looks like. I don't know if they're paid or they were entered in 315, Turner and Hogan. He goes back 11/6. He acts like he has no care in the world. She acts like she's on freaking downers when she's in court. I mean, I hate people. I really do. I wish that there wasn't people like this in the world. Just hateful. So, okay. So 11/6, he goes back. And I wanted to read this to you and get your thoughts on this. Let me grab my drink. Hey, Nikki. No, they didn't. I'm getting ready to do another live, though, on her very soon. Her parents came out and did another interview about a month ago. But they're in the same part in the kitchen. It's still weird to me. I haven't got to watch the whole interview, but yeah, we're going to cover that one. Right, I know. Well, we got Elijah Vu. Hey, Danielle. Welcome in, everybody. If I didn't see, I'm on the other page reading. Your anniversary date was on this Saturday? Oh, someone said something about Caleb Harris. Yeah, there hasn't been any updates. I mean, I don't think we're going to get any, but I can always look it up. Sarah Boone does start tomorrow. Yep. We'll be streaming her because they will be opening statements. Those will be hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people will stream Sarah Boone, so it might be like not the greatest to do it every day for us. I don't know. I don't care either way, but I'm at least going to give you everyday updates or an update every other day. That's true. True Crime Lullaby. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how they miss Caleb if they searched that. I really don't. I told you guys before. There's a manhole like right in my side yard. Like, I don't know, in my side yard, and like where I take my dogs. If I just take them out to the side yard because they take 3 walks a day and then 3 times to the side yard, and there's a manhole there, and I stand on it, and every day, 12:30. About 12:30, I'll be out there standing on that manhole cover and I'll be thinking about Caleb Harris. Like, I swear to you. Like, I'll look at it from different angles. Could you fall down one of these? Now, me, I might be able to. Someone pretty small. I'm not tiny, but I'm smaller than Caleb. But somebody Caleb size, I just don't really see it. I also don't see him walking through like that cornfield or that field with no shoes on either. So I don't know. It's just so crazy. That case is so crazy. That could be it too. They didn't drain it enough. Yeah. Oh, Boone's Farm. Too bad we don't have any Boone's Farm for Boone tomorrow. That'd be fun. I'd be drunk off one sip. Okay, so it says here, this is about Elijah. It is not known how long the remains had been there. Police said the area had previously been searched several times by law enforcement, private groups, the landowner, drones, and search and rescue teams. Kathy Hasselman was on the farm across from where the bones were found. She told CBS 58 she would not be surprised if the remains belonged to Vu because she claims Barr once lived on the farm Hasselman's sister now owns. I smell a connection. So did Katrina know where to bury, or not bury, I'm sorry, because the body wasn't buried, to throw the remains out at? I don't know. It's just, Katrina, you're going down, girlfriend. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's listen to this update from this officer here. I might put it up to 1.25, maybe. Let's see. If he's too fast, I'll take it back down.
Tomorrow marks 3 weeks, I guess, since you guys positively or announced publicly that you had, identified Elijah's remains. How are you guys doing?
I would say on a whole, the department, there's a sense of it's sadness, but relief. It's obviously not the outcome we wanted. but it does bring closure to finally finding Elijah. And now it just comes to the part of talking about what happened and proving what happened.
Are you, and I know you can't talk specifically about the investigation, but close to move, would you consider closing the investigation? I mean, it's always probably going to be open, but are you close to some sort of resolution? And I guess as people would say, charges, I guess is.
Yeah, anything related to charges that'll come from the DA's office, DCI, our department, obviously, FBI, are all working together still on this case, working on the investigation, working very closely with the DA. So it'll really be up to them as far as when they announce any charges.
Okay. What do you have to say to that hunter, the property owner who found Elijah's remains?
Well, I think it just goes to what we've been saying for the longest time, that, even though, people had checked their properties initially or areas they have gone through for whatever reason, check them again. We say that all along because as any of us know, when you're looking for anything, it's easy to miss things. And with changing seasons, with all different things that can happen in the environment, we were hoping, I guess is a word that we don't want to use in this situation, but hoping at least we'd find some sort of evidence. Obviously, we found Elijah through this hunter's being very alert and knowing his surroundings. So that's exactly what we were hoping for.
How are they doing? Do you know? Or you?
I have not had any contact with them. I can't really speak to that. So.
And then you also said you had dreams. Some of you have been dreaming. Does that stuff continue, or is it?
I think it's all individual based for sure. I know myself, it's always been on my mind. I still think about it every day in some capacity. Usually it's kind of like, what's the next step? I think we all kind of felt like, once we find him, it kind of brings that peace to you, but it kind of doesn't, because you're still looking towards the next thing. What's the next piece of this puzzle we have to solve?
Because originally it was, we want to find Elijah.
Right.
Now I'm sure it's probably justice for Elijah, right?
Correct. Correct. Yep.
What's been sort of the perception or the mood around the community?
I think the community, throughout this, they've been very, very supportive. They really have. I think overall, the reactions I've seen have been, relief once again. I think in a lot of ways, the same way as the department, relief, but everybody's kind of holding their breath what comes next. Everybody kind of wants to see what happens next. And we all want to see what that resolution finally will be as well.
Is it hard for you guys knowing that, his mother and the quote unquote caretaker is it easier knowing that they are locked up and potentially involved as opposed to them maybe being out in the public?
I can't comment on that.
And are you still leading the investigation? Is Two Rivers Police still leading the investigation, or is DCI now, or?
Yeah, I mean, DCI has been essentially in the lead with us kind of concurrently, but really DCI has been doing a lot of the investigative work with our investigator. Once again, as a team, though, we work with county, work with FBI at the same time. But yeah, as far as the investigative.
Did you see the dinosaurs because he had on the little dinosaur shoes? Oh, that was so cute. Look at that.
Investigator. Once again, as a team, though, we work with county, work with FBI at the same time. But yeah, as far as the investigative team themselves, it's been.
That looks like it's outside Jesse Vang's place.
DCI and us.
And are you close to sending stuff to the DA for potential charges?
Can't comment on that.
What, I guess, are you
He should have more things on at his memorial.
still collecting evidence?
If somebody has some evidence or something they believe is evidence, definitely contact us. At this point, we're continuing our investigation with what we have, and we've been doing that, even before finding Elijah.
Is there anything people should maybe be looking for? And you were asking for a ring camera. I mean, are there specific areas or things that you maybe are looking for that you want people to know?
Nothing specifically at this point, but if something were to come up, somebody remembers something, somebody sees something on a video, by all means, bring it forward.
Does that stuff still exist? Video stuff? I don't know what the.
Typically not. Typically, it has a much shorter lifespan depending on the system they're using, but I don't know everybody's systems. They might have something out there, but there were individuals up until we found them that were still coming forward with potential evidence. Most of those situations did not equate to anything as far as actual evidence, but the fact they brought them forward, was worthwhile because we have to look into every lead that we had. So.
Yeah, because your work isn't done.
Correct.
You think there might be a perception that things are kind of done because you have found him, but you're still.
Correct. I mean, now it's just a matter of going through the evidence we have once again for certain people, such as the DA's office, other people to review, the thousands of pages of documents that have been assembled during this investigation, and then going forward from there. So it's a pretty laborious task.
Are they still going through those thousands of video clips, or those have all not the ones that came in initially? I know that they were.
Yeah. I don't know the status on those exactly, so I can't really speak to that.
Okay. And do you still have investigators working daily?
Yep, throughout the week, correct. Yeah, and now it's been mostly hand in hand with the district attorney's office. So.
And no timeline when there might be anything.
Can't speak to that right now.
Just there's other things going on in the community that you have to deal with. But well, Elijah was.
So what
not
can you
finding
answer,
him was
though?
Number one. I'm
Correct.
assuming that's not still
Correct.
the case, right? I mean,
Correct.
we found him.
Yeah,
So
now it becomes much more the investigative team solely is working on things as opposed to maybe they're working on part of the investigation. And then we have, searches here and there. I mean, obviously those aren't taking place anymore because they're not needed at this point. Obviously there's probably more evidence somewhere. It potentially could be, we don't know. But we feel what we have at this point is good for our investigation. So
what have you guys learned from this investigation?
there's been a lot we've learned. Obviously, once this is all said and done, there'll be a review of what went well, what went wrong, that type of thing. Because I think you can always improve no matter what. I think overall the feedback we've gotten from other agencies, from the federal and the state level has been things went very well, but there's always things we can improve upon. I think there'll be a number of things, but I don't know. I can't really speak to those right now. But
Just once it's all wrapped up.
We've certainly been taking notes on it and learning from the process because this has been a new process for all of us. Most agencies, regardless of size, don't necessarily have to go through something like this. So this is going to be a unique thing. So
yeah, it's something that I don't want to say career defining, but something that
sure. And we certainly hope nobody has to go through this again. But if they do, we're hoping maybe they can learn from what went well and what didn't.
Did you ever really think he was a missing child, or that it wasn't what it was reported to be from the very beginning?
I can't speak to that. Sorry.
Do you guys do check-ins, peer check-ins with each other because this has sort of
Sure.
affected the?
Yeah. So our department has a contracted counselor that we work with. At times we have mandated meetings with them. It's up to the staff member, the officer, to if they want to speak to them, they can. If they don't, that's completely up to them. But we do give them the opportunity. We do check in with their staff. We have a chaplain program. We also use our chaplains for speaking with our officers or anybody in the community that needs their assistance, really. Excuse me. Sorry. So those things are in place. Once this is all over, I'm sure there'll be several debriefs in different capacities.
Parker,
But
hey.
throughout, we've always been monitoring, if people are doing okay with things. If they're not, then we're trying to give them the help that they need. But I think our staff is very aware. We've been always very open as far as if they need to see somebody, no questions asked. Here's, who you can see and go from there. So, but everybody functions differently. Everybody has their own levels of resilience. And we just want, our staff to know that we're there for them if whatever they need. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's emotional. I mean, the chief at the
Certainly.
news conference
Certainly.
announcing the positive identification got, choked up
Yeah,
because
there was certainly tears shed throughout this. Yeah.
Okay.
it's okay. I think is what
Correct.
you preached
Yep.
to your department.
Yeah, I mean, it being a small child is impactful as it is, but then having dealt with this investigation for as long as we have, I think it creates even more of a sense of closure when it happens, and then it's
Okay, I'm done with him saying closure. I can't hear him say closure one more time. We're not even charging them yet, right? We haven't even charged Katrina or Jesse, right? And he's out here saying we're moving on, we're moving past it, we're healing. I'm like, what? What? Usually I watch these videos before I present them to you, but I went shopping again today. But I had to today because I had to get Vincent all bougied out for the wedding. Let me tell you, he's going to look handsome. He's going to be the best looking guy there. So this officer, he can move on, but we can't. I'm not moving on. I click and refresh every day. Madalena Kojikari's case also. Every day I look up any new information. It's like a second nature to me, But I do have some information on the women women and men. I don't know what to call this case. The God's Misfits. Not the actual, the rejected God's Misfits. That's what we'll call them. The rejected God's Misfits. So I do have some new charges they added. Now, let me go over. Actually, let me go back out of here. Okay. Carrie Moody has done a phenomenal job with this case. And I believe the girl that works with her is named Tara. But I'm not completely sure. And I feel really bad that I don't know that for sure. But she has a Facebook group she started this group like way back when, and it's the Justice for the Kansas City Moms, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly. And if you're not sure who I'm talking about, oh, look, that's my thumbnail right there on Google. It's always weird when I see that. This is who I'm talking about here. But the girl that I'm talking about, Carrie, she's just been putting out all the facts to this case, and I thank her for that. Let me find where I was just at. Okay, get rid of him. Okay. So I want to get her on the channel. I should ask her if she wants to come on and talk about this case because she knows everything about it. She's been on her Facebook. She's been putting the documents on there. I can't even thank her enough for that. I need to ask her like even how she went about doing that because there's 5 different defendants. So did she have to go through each defendant? That's what I'm assuming. So that's very time consuming. So I want to put her Facebook group in here. If you guys want to go over there and maybe say, invite me in your group because like you can see all the documents for this case. I mean, it's a lot. And Parker, you said you moved? That's so awesome. Hey, Spitfire. I thought I said that right. Colorado Springs. I heard it is pretty there. That's where Detective Joe Kenna lives. Colorado Springs. Yeah. I like him. I like his attitude. So there are new charges. There aren't new charges out for everybody though. So I'm kind of confused about why there's not charges for everybody. But we're going to go through those. And then I have the new documents that Carrie put out, and they have the new charges on them. And it goes into detail on why they're charged with that charge. So what we'll go through first is, actually, we just go through the documents. When they were all charged. So when Cora, Cole, Paul, Tiffany, and Tad were all charged. They were charged with 2 counts of murder in the first degree, 2 counts of kidnapping. Even though I had 3 up, sorry, 2 counts of kidnapping, and then the last charge was conspiracy, 1 count of conspiracy. So those were the charges that they had. Now they have a few more. So let's go over Tad first. Blow that bad boy up. He was only born 5 years earlier than me. He looks so old to me. I don't know why he does. Stress, I guess. I don't know. So the first 3 charges are the first, those are the ones that they all got charged with. Because they got murder in the first, kidnapping, conspiracy. So now they have on here count 4 and 5 is unlawful removal of a dead body. And then charges or count 6 and 7 is unlawful desecration of a human corpse. So I guess we could read these 2. I don't know if these changed or not. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, they did because they never had them like this before. So we'll read through them a little bit. So murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, a felony. And these will all be the same for each person, that they all have them. So it'll all be the same. By aiding, I'm assuming though, by aiding and abetting in the commission of a deliberate and intentional taking away of a life of a human being on or about the 30th day of March 2024, and then and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously without authority of law, aid and abet in the death of Veronica Butler, who was lured to the location of Highway 95 and Road L in Texas County, Oklahoma, and certain mortal wounds were inflicted, and Veronica Butler did in fact die as a result of the wounds inflicted. This crime is punishable by death, life, or imprisonment with life without parole. This is going to be the same, I think. Nope. Okay, it's the same, but it's going to be Jillian Kelly. So, by aiding and abetting in the commission and deliberate and intentional taking away of the life of a human being on or about the day of 30th of March, 2024, and then and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously, without authority of law, aid and abet in the death of Jillian Kelly, who was lured to the location of Highway 95 and Road L in Texas County, Oklahoma, and certain mortal wounds were inflicted, and Jillian Kelly, in fact, died as a result of the wounds inflicted. Same punishment. Conspiracy to commit in the first degree. Deliberate intent. By conspiring and agreeing with Paul Grice, Tiffany Adams, Cora Twombly, and Cole Twombly to commit the crime of M in the first degree, a felony on or about or between the 13th day of February, 2024. So does that mean they don't know for sure when they... I don't know. And the 30th day of March, 2024, by arranging and planning the deliberate intent. Oh, this is for the whole thing. So the deliberate, intentional, and unlawful taking away of the life of Veronica Butler and or Jillian Kelly and the defendant and or co-conspirators did purchase burner phones, stun guns, ratchet straps, and travel to the area of Highway 95 and Road L, County of Texas, Oklahoma, in furtherance of the conspiracy. You can get 10 years for that, $5,000 and fine. For unlawful removal of a dead body on or about the 30th day of March, by intentionally removing the dead body of a human being, to wit, Veronica Butler, the next one will say Jillian Kelly, from the original place of death without authorization from the district attorney or medical examiner or either of their authorized representatives, and without circumstances to justify the removal. And it's going to say the same here, but for Jillian. Unlawful desecration of a corpse. So that's going to say this. It's going to say the same thing, except for one's for Jillian, one's for Veronica. On or about the 30th day of March, 2024, by knowingly and willingly desecrating a human corpse, to wit, Veronica Butler, and we're going to say and Jillian Kelly, by tampering with evidence of a crime scene, disposing of the dead body of said Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly underground in the area of Section 8 T3N R10 ECM, County of Texas, Oklahoma, which impeded the detection, investigation, or prosecution of a crime and resulted in the loss of evidence. So that's going to be the same there. Now, let's see. Okay, now Tiffany Adams has another charge. Now what about... I think I missed a couple, so let me go. We just read Tad's. We'll read through Tiffany's. So she just has a couple. I'm not going to read the ones that we just read, because they're all going to be read the same. But she got new charges. So she had counts 1 through 3. Now she has 4 and 5, which is the unlawful removal of a dead body, just like Tad. And then 6, 7, unlawful desecration of a human body. But she got even the neglect of the children. So child neglect for 8 and 9. And we'll go down to those 2, because those are what, we want to know about. Because they're all going to be the same except for these 2. So on or about the 23rd day of March. Hold on. What is this? Okay. On or about the 23rd day of March, by willfully, maliciously neglecting KR, date of birth 4/2/2018, 6 years old at the time, by exposing KR to illegal activity, to wit, aiding and abetting the first-degree murders of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly by having KR help carry a ratchet strap at the Guyman Tractor Supply that was to be used to wrap around the freezer containing the deceased bodies. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. That's Veronica's kid. Tiffany Adams is a sick son of a. I mean, she's already sick, right? But in my mind, I thought, okay, but she wouldn't do anything to the kids. She wouldn't involve the kids. She wouldn't, you know what I mean? Because I thought, just surely. But no, they're at the damn freaking, what's this store called? The Guyman Tractor Supply. And she's letting him or her, I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl, carry around the ratchet strap that's going to be tied around the freezer her mother is going to be buried in. Like, what is wrong with people? And I'm sorry, Nightbot just blasted y'all right there. I need to change my settings. I'm sorry, guys. I really do need to change them. But oh my gosh. You can get life in prison for that. Not exceeding, I guess, life imprisonment, but. Oh my gosh, both of her children. Because here's the next one. Okay. One child's 6 and one's 8. You took the children with you to pick up the shit. Like, they're going to remember that. They're going to remember that. Because they're going to remember one of the last time they were with their grandmother. They're going to remember. And they're going to remember grandma having us hold those yellow, because they're, bright ratchet straps. Craziness. Oh, this was completely premeditated. She tried to offer before, but she never tried to bring the kids into it. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're just letting them carry the ratchet straps, that's still enough. You shouldn't even have them with you in the store. Oh my gosh. I hope she burns. Really? Oh, wow. That's craziness. Wow. Okay. So, let me go over here and get the other. So there's only one more for Cole. The other two don't have one for some reason. Cole. Let's see what he has, if he has anything different. No, he has, I think he has the same as the other two. So let me get to the right one. Yeah. So he has the same. But he didn't. He didn't unalive them, but they're still saying that he did. Yeah. Wow. Let the kids, that really just took the whole sail out of me. Like, the wind out of my sails. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, Stephanie, that's totally funny. I need one of those. Oh my. I need a cup that says that. Like a coffee cup. I saw that, Groovy Nikki. I saw they had a movie out for her. Hi, Tybo. Is it Tybo? Tybo. Welcome in. I was on the other screen. I couldn't see anybody coming in. Plus, my Nightbot's freaking spamming the chat like crazy. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that so much. You're so sweet. Spitfire said my mom loves him. What, am I old? Everyone's like, my mom likes Joe Kenda. I'm like, oh, I like Joe Kenda. I've seen every one of them. I need to no, I need to go over. I'm going to do a live over on my second channel. Either I keep wanting to do it at like night whenever I get off these lives, but then I get like kind of tired after my live. But I'm going to do one this week. Actually, tomorrow might even work. No, tomorrow's not, because we're going to do Sarah Boone. If Sarah's boring the crap out of us, we'll go over and we'll go do some stuff on the other channel, and we'll just like watch the trials while we're over there too. I thought about trying to do a different streaming service over there, but I doubt I will. I probably just do StreamYard. But that's okay. So I did that one, did that one. Okay, this one. Okay. It's still pretty early, so we could do one more case. Let's see. Oh, you got okay. So I'm on another rabbit hole with the P. Diddy case, but we'll do a whole live over that. But today I was just sitting here thinking in my head, and I didn't even know they dated. So I just was wondering. I was like, I don't know if you guys had ever heard this, but like back in the day, Cameron Diaz, like she was a really big actress, and then all of a sudden she stopped making movies. So just stopped, quit Hollywood, just stopped. And I was like, I wonder why she stopped that. Like I was just thinking that in my head. And then when I started looking stuff up about her, her and Diddy started showing up together, and I was like, oh, so yeah, they dated. So that's another rabbit hole we'll have to go down, because I'm like, oh, are we kidding? Your mom probably has to be youngish then. 38 November. I wish I was going on my 38th. I don't like this 39 crap. I don't like 39. 39 is not fun. 39 is not cool. Actually, we can just chit chat tonight if you guys want for the rest of the time. Let's see how long this will take. Okay, this might take a whole live. Dang. Yeah, we'll do this on a whole live. This is like, I'm still scrolling through this article. Okay. There is, I'm trying to find the whole clip, so this might actually give me some time to look for it anyway. There's a 2-hour live. Okay, so do you guys remember the Noah Pressgrove case? The real handsome boy. Let me show you a picture. If I can find me one. Okay, these are all the friends. I need a picture of Noah. Okay. So this is Noah Pressgrove, and he was at a party. It was like a 3-day party, 3-day bash, birthday bash, drinking, having fun, doing all the things, wanting to pick fights, just play fights with people. He ends up like a couple miles down the road. His body, every bone's broken pretty much. Like, I mean, it's not everybody that's looked at this case, including like, what's his name? Joe Scott Morgan and like other people like that, that do crime scene reconstructive, and they do death scene investigations and stuff. They all say like there is no way that this kid was hit by a car. Like this is injuries from a beating. He was found naked in the like on the side of the road. There was a small amount of BLOD, not a lot. So everybody at the party, they should have been scared. They should have been questioned a little more, in my humble opinion. But I guess one of the interviews that one of the kids did came out, and it's like going to have a lot of new information. I can only find a 10-minute clip of it. So I don't know if maybe all of it didn't hit the internet before they got it, and that's only what's been out. But I'll look over that. Like I'll look for it. He was missing teeth too. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah. Yeah. He was missing teeth, and that like they were like over here. Like one was here, one was here, one was here. It was like, it Such a handsome kid. I'd probably give my firstborn to have his skin tone and his hair color. Actually, yeah, because my hair would be turning gray. Yeah, there's no way. Hey, Twist. So yeah, so we'll go over this case. We'll do a live over this one. That one's pretty like big. You know what I mean? Like it has a lot to go through. Let me see what else. Oh, I don't know. This is bad. I don't know Travis Kelce's brother's name, but if you see a picture of him, he does have bushy eyebrows. And Vincent noticed it today. We were walking through Target and he looks at the cereal box and he's like, now that guy has bushy eyebrows. Because I told Vincent he does too after Brian Koberger. And so, yeah. Now he's like looking at people with bushy eyebrows. Speaking of bushy eyebrows, let's see if there's anything under him. Nancy Grace did do a new video. I wanted to go over that, but maybe we'll do that tomorrow night or Tuesday night. Let's see. I wonder what time Sarah's court starts tomorrow. Is it really 9 a.m.? Y'all gonna have me up at the ass crack of dawn. Okay. um, I was gonna look up. Actually, I don't know if they'll be streaming. Nah, they will be. 9 o'clock. Let me see. Because I know a couple people are streaming it. I'll stream it too. I just want to make sure to see what time they're streaming. I don't have theirs up. So maybe they are not streaming. I don't know. Do you think a lot of people will be streaming the trial? I'm wondering. I know. Preston, yeah. They have been arresting them kids, though. I still have all that stuff for his FOIA. No, he was. That's that Ladybug's right. Preston was beat up. Preston Lord was beaten to death. And then they posed with his body and took pictures. And it was over a freaking $10 necklace. It was just a cheap gold necklace that his friend had. And they tried to get it back. And oof, we covered the whole case. I even have the FOIA for it. That's hard. That case is hard too, because I mean, 16 years old, just starting your life. Went to a Halloween party, you know, like in an upscale place. You think you're going to be safe, you know? But yeah. Yeah, so it'll be 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard. Yeah. I'm like, my eyes are getting tired. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hey, Kathleen. Every time you come in, I think of my aunt. Her name was Kathleen. I wonder how everyone's doing with the storms and stuff. We could go over to Twitter real quick before I jump off here. Because I do got to get some sleep. We're going to be streaming in the morning. I'm not a coffee drinker, so, you know. Maybe I should be a coffee drinker. Let's see. I swear everything on my if it doesn't have anything to do with, the hurricane, it's all political. I feel bad for everybody that was hit with the tornadoes, or I'm sorry, not tornadoes, but the hurricanes in any way. It's terrible. I don't see anything. Let's look up Sarah Boone. Let's see if there's anything. She's not even like trending over here. She'd feel probably bad for herself if she knew she wasn't trending on Twitter right now. What is this? So I'm wondering if tomorrow is tomorrow jury selection though? Because we don't we don't need to be there for that, right? It says it's begin, October the 7th, but I'm just wondering if this is like when they're going to do jury. So you think it's jury selection? I think that might be I don't know. Do you think that'd be kind of boring to watch? Or do you think it's going to be good? Because it's literally just going to be the lawyers saying, yeah, they sound okay. Yeah, they don't. I don't even know how they're going to do that, like with cameras. Right, Sheep? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's sad. Maybe postpone Wednesday and Thursday. I've never seen jury selection streamed, I feel like. Yeah, I might just have to do an update. Might just have to wake up in the morning and see what's going on. Let's go back over to because I was looking at Grizzly and she said the trial is expected to last, or jury selection 2 to 3 days, and the trial about 3 weeks. And then right here, Pretty Lies and Alibi said, wonder if the potentially huge storm Milton will delay Sarah Boone's trial. Now, I know that Jays for Justice is live right now, and it was supposed to hit her. Maybe we need to ask her. What's the weather like? Oh, wait. Is that DM? You're down there. What's the weather like down there? Do you think they will postpone it? That's what I heard too, Miss Stevie. Me too, Mary Beth. I go to bed too late. I do every time. Rain? You think you're going to get you guys think you'll get hit hard? Because, I've heard category 4. Like, it could get up to. And isn't that what we just got? Oh, another list? Because we went over one of the list. I don't know. It's probably the one that we went over. We went over, I think, on our last 2 lives. When is Richard Allen's court hearing? I have these written down somewhere. Remember, guys? I was like writing them down one night when we were going over them. It had to have been in this book. But now I feel like I put it on right here. October 14th through this 16th, jury selection, October 17th. Oh, yeah, my birthday. My birthday. That'll be fun. But, that's what I heard it could develop into a 4. Oh, Squeaky's picked for juror? For the jury poll? I think he is. I think he's bridge guy. That's just me though. I think he committed this crime though. I knew Squeaky wasn't being serious if he's like going to say that in our chat. I don't think he's guilty. And I'm a juror. Would we have to report you? No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear a thing. I'm just kidding. Oh, what was it? Let me see. I didn't see which 200 names. I think that might be the same number we had. Does he have any images of it? No, it's just him, I think, right? Okay. I was going to see if well, he's just playing Cuomo. There's no list on there unless he reads off all 200. So I don't know if it's clickbait or if he reads them off. You know what I mean? That was 12 hours ago. I'd like to be on BHB's case. Guilty. Guilty. I think the investigators did I think that they missed some things, in the beginning with Delphi, but overall, with everything that's came through the court system and come up about that case, I feel like they've done a pretty good job. Now, I would like to see, Carter out there. I was on a jury once. Oh, Nicole B, I wouldn't be able to do it now. My back would hurt too bad to sit in the chairs. The case I did was a student that broke into his teacher's house and he stole a bunch of guns. Dummy. Bullhorn Betty. The one and only, Mm-hmm. Yeah, but all that stuff came from the defense that was actually leaking crime scene photos and stuff out and doing some really bad stuff themselves. So, you can't really go by what some of the things that they've done either. The property owner on the other side was Ron. He'll have a chance to explain what he did. I mean, he just, I mean, he'll have a chance to explain. I mean, he kind of already did. He already kind of already confessed to him, multiple times. Not for me. I've went all over that case. I've been following that case since it happened, not even on YouTube. Like, just because of the state over. I don't believe that was a ruin in the tree. I don't believe any of that stuff. But that's just me. Because, I mean, the defense has to give you a story and the prosecution has to give you a story. That's really what it comes down to when it's a case. You're supposed to base it off the facts, but it's almost like who's telling the better of the stories, Now, I don't think he should have been in a prison before being convicted. Now, that was a little much, but I understand why they did it. They wanted to protect him. Everybody in that state wanted to get their hands on him. I mean, really. He allegedly unalived 2 girls because that's what he went in for, I don't know. I've been to Delphi. I drove 7 hours that day to get to Delphi. I went to the bridge. I wanted to walk where they walked. I wanted to see what they saw. Let me see how many videos we have over this case. I know a lot of them I don't put in into the actual things. We read all 56 pages of that memorandum. Every single page we read. That was fun. Remember that? I do. I remember that. 33 videos. So, not a lot. Not a lot. But I'm going to jump off here. Hopefully you guys will have a great day tomorrow. It's the beginning of the work week, but it's October the 7th. 1 week until my birthday. Look at that. Or wait, 7th. 10 days. 10 days to my birthday. Don't get that excited, Tanya, because it's not exciting. I'm going to say I'm 38 for as many times as I can say it. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. Let me think. Is there anything I need to tell you guys? Tomorrow, I will check in with the Sarah Boone case tomorrow and figure out what's going on with that in the morning and see if they're just doing jury selection or if it's rained out or, if the taco trucks are there, ready to get this party started. So I'll wake up early to look at that. I don't see anything like. Oh my gosh, someone has the name Sarah Boone. It says preparing for tomorrow. Okay, I don't think. But I'll keep an eye out. But thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it so much. If you don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button on your way out. It really does help the channel, helps get the video out there to more people watch it. Just makes us happy, makes us happy. We love that. And reverse images, I hope that you feel better. I hope you feel better. I'm so sorry you fell. Oh, Cat's Eye. I like that name. I like that name. That's a really cool picture too. I always thought about doing like a picture of my eye. Because I don't know, it's just like my thing because I have one, Maybe I'll do that sometime. But thank you guys again for being here. Hit the like, subscribe, all the fun things. I'll be back tomorrow, either in the morning. If not, I'll write something on the community tab and let you guys know what's going on. And if not, I'll be live in the afternoon sometime to come and hang out with you guys. So I'll see you then. Bye, guys.